My presentation topic, Repeal North American Free Trade Agreement. This is a violation of the United States Constitution. Time has exposed the North American Free Trade Agreement that it should be null and void, and I'm going to show you the reasons why. Good afternoon, my name is Mac Baker. My presentation is about how we're going to return jobs back to the United States by repealing NAFTA and opposing the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Both are a violation, a direct violation of the U.S. Constitution. So this has been a threat to American jobs, and it violates our constitutional rights. There's unfair tax advantages that violates our Amendment 14. Ralph Nader talks about this in his book, Case Against NAFTA. And this also violates our Amendment 5, which is the due process and compensation. So if something happens here in the United States with these manufacturers out of the country, in Mexico and Canada, there is no due process law. That we would have to go to an international law instead of courts here in the United States. So again, another constitutional right that's being completely overlooked by the NAFTA. What's happening with the illegal immigrants because of what's happening with our farming industry right now, with the mass production and harvesting of corn here in the United States? It's now put the Mexican farmers out of work, and now they're coming up looking for work here, and it's just created a huge problem in our country now, as with the illegal immigration with our jobs, as we know. So the compensation part of the Amendment 5 is that we're now seeing our wages going down. So you're now the in proportion from the wages and the cost of living index, it no longer makes sense. So we're seeing this huge disparity, and we're the middle class no longer seeing really the middle class. So we see what's failed and how it's failing. I'd like to talk more about the how we can solve this by repealing NAFTA and opposing the Trans-Pacific Partnership. So we need to petition our politicians to introduce tariffs and increase taxes for those companies that are going down to Mexico or going to Canada, and have them pay more taxes and help get this trade deficit here back in order, so that companies aren't rewarded for leaving the country, that they're able to stay here and produce jobs and income. So education, we really need to get this education out and get the word out here for people, and that that we don't want this anymore. It's an outdated. This program started in 1994, January of 1994. We're now 22 years into it. We've seen that time has told this is not working anymore. So we need to, as my final point, we need to make America strong again, and that stronger U.S. economy is something here that Essinger talks about as 2011 is having a healthier family, a healthy country, and our financial future for our children is all going to be centered around here with this trading agreement here, and the deficit that's created here. Also, we're at an all-time low here with the 1% gross domestic product, so we need to turn that around and get that back up for our children. So we're going to kill NAFTA, oppose the Trans-Pacific Partnership, and as both are violations of the U.S. Constitution. We're going to do that by repealing to Congress. There's a petition. You can do that online, repealing NAFTA. You can also have, Donald Trump is also supporting and repealing that. You can vote for Donald Trump on November 8th. So thank you for helping me and making America great again, and doing so. Thank you.